Let us begin. Let us try this. Warped Echo. The next source of damage is reduced by 30% and spread into 3 plus 1 per stack hits. All echo damage is non-lethal except for the final hit. Recharges every 15 seconds, minus 3 seconds per stack. What do we think about this? What is the rating? I remember on the post I have the actual key or whatever, so use that. Give it a good rating. Community says A. All right, next item. Chronic Expansion. Killing an enemy increases your damage by 3.5%, plus 1% per stack, up to 10, plus 5 per stack. For 7, dealing damage refreshes the timer. What? Wait, hold on. For 7 seconds, dealing damage refreshes the timer. Okay. What do we think about this? B tier, it got nerfed overall, but still strong, okay? So, semi 2 for B, semi 2 for B. Alright. C, not very exciting. It's good at what it does. Good on FMP builds, but isn't game changing. Are we alright with the B vote? Is that alright? We got A or B, B, A. Bolstering Lantern. Increase your damage. Attack speed by 10%. Up to 4, plus 2 per stack. Enemies and allies within 20, plus 5 per stack meters. Okay. So what that means is it increases the actual distance, plus 5 per stack meters. Incredible. And increases your attack speed up 10%. Okay. What do we think about this? Use the key. What do we think about this? A, B, F. And also, being close to certain enemies in this game equals death. Like Larry. Being close to Larry to get bolstering backshots benefit seems like a bad idea. Okay, let me ask again. Now that we've evaluated. A, B, D, F. Let me get a revote. Recast. Real fast. Just to make sure that everything is as it seems. As people want it. In case anybody's changed their mind as well. Elusive Antlers. Increases movement speed by 7%, plus 7% per stack. Spawns orbs of energy nearby every 10 seconds, minus 10 seconds per stack. Giving plus 12% movement speed up to 3, plus 1 per stack, times 12. Okay, holy, that was like... Anyway, you get the gist. What are we thinking? We got S. More movement speed equals win. Happy to see it. S tier. Alright. It seems most people agree this item is an S tier item. On Shrine of Chance Success, 40% plus 10% per stack. Chance to get higher rarity items. Chanced all. What do we think about this? Personally, I'll weigh in. I think this is like... it's like B. It's like B tier item. Okay. It's alright. So the general consensus seems like it's B. Alright, we'll put it in B. We'll put it in B here. Prayer Beads. Grows by gaining experience, storing 20% plus 5% per stack bonus stats. Health, regeneration, and damage. On removal, gain all stored stats. What do we think about this? Since it's not mentioned here in the description too, but this has been changed. Printers for this item are blacklisted because, you know, infinite levels. And it actually shows what you get now, which that's a good change. I really like that. When you scrap it, it like pops up on the scrapper the stats that you gained from it. So big W development team for that one. I like that change. Reaching Fin. Grounded enemies hit with any skill are launched and stunned. Enemies hit while airborne are launched again, up to 2 times, plus 1 per stack. Launched enemies take increased damage by 20% from all sources per launch. Recharges after 10 seconds. What do we think about this? How's the community consensus, or at least my community who's here, consensus on Breaching Fin? What are we thinking? Where's the chance on the actual launch here in description, video game designers? Because I don't know how, like, there's no chance it's guaranteed it's off cooldown. Oh, dude, okay, that explains why, like, sometimes I feel like it does nothing, and then other times I feel like it does, because it's on a cooldown. Luminous Shot. Activating secondary skill stores up to 5 charges, plus 1 per stack. Requires 3 charges for your primary skill to fire lightning strikes, dealing 175% total damage, plus 50% per stack. Each reduce secondary skill cooldown by 20%. What do we think about this? What do we think about Luminous Shot? Personally, I love this item now. I think they did a fantastic job, and I think it's a great item. But I want to hear what everybody else thinks. Remember, this isn't about me, this is about you guys. You, chat. The general community consensus seems A. I'm with the S tier enjoyers in there, but I understand it has a cooldown and some build up. So, Tail Star, gain an extra item on the first chest open per stage. Each additional Sail Star increases the chance of getting more items by 5%. What do we think about this? I have a feeling I know exactly what we think about this. Yeah, that's a lot of S's. That is a lot of S's. Yeah. Really interesting, really funny, really cool. Unstable Transmitter. Falling below 25% health gives you 75% of your maximum health as a temporary barrier. Gain a dimensional aura for 8 seconds that bleeds and teleports away enemies. Enemies killed by the aura extend the duration by 1 second. Recharges every 45 seconds minus 10 seconds per stack. What do we think about this? What do we got? Personally, I haven't been able to use this thing at all so far, so I have no stake in what you guys rate this item. General consensus seems to be A, so yeah, we're gonna take A. Democracy. Noxious Thorn. Gain 10% chance to bleed an enemy. On killing an enemy, transfer 33% of every debuff stack to one enemy, plus 1 per stack, within 20 meters, plus 5 meters per stack. So the count goes up and the other thing goes out. Whoops. What do we think about this? It's hard to be ruthless when they're all baller. True, they did a great job on making everything feel ballin', feel very good. Which is good because before a lot of them didn't feel very impactful. Okay, honestly, I have stake in this item. I think it's S. Nothing else does it. Grants 7% plus 7% per stack increase, to all stats for each buff, up to a maximum of 4 plus 4 per stack. What are we thinking about this? Video gotcha, you're being annoying, stop that. What do we think about this item here? We got S. We got S again, we got S again. A, okay. Most say S. Runic Lens, 3% chance on hit to call a meteor strike, dealing 2000% base damage. Every 100% attack damage dealt increases the activation chance by 3%, plus 3% per stack, and damage by 150% plus 50% per stack. I'm gonna act like I understand what the hell half of that meant. 2000% damage, boys. 2000% damage. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Sonorous Whispers. When a large monster is killed, it will always drop an item. All elites have 4% chance of dropping an item, plus 1% per stack. What are we thinking about this one? S frowny face? S, got another S, A, S even after the nerf. A for non-loop depends on when you get it. True. Yeah, if you're not looping and you get this late game, useless moment. Electric Boomerang, 15% chance on hit to fire an electric boomerang that travels a short distance before returning, dealing 30% damage plus 30% per stack. Damaging, I wasn't done with that. 30% per stack, damage and stunning all enemies hit. What are we thinking? What are we thinking about this item? S, B or C, A or B, B because will B be fair to this item? Or is it too unfair? Does it need to be higher or lower? I don't want to put another A tier item. We have too many A tier items. Longstanding Solitude. On level up, gain a free unlock for the next purchase, plus 1 per stack, but all gold is converted to experience. Anything that costs gold is increased by 50%, plus 50% per stack. What do we think about this item? Having just used this thing, it might be good. Personally, I think S, but we'll see what everybody else thinks. Swooping, S, lots of S's. POV, pick up one other money gaining item besides roll of pennies. And it's absurd. Bead of Life. Revive dead friendly survivors upon activation. Dying while holding this equipment returns only you to life. Reviving gives 3 seconds of invulnerability and consumes the equipment. What do we think about this? What do we think about the Seed of Life? So most people are saying B. All right, let me get a final cast one more time for this item. War Bonds. During boss events, 5 missiles bombard the area, dealing 2.5% plus 2.5% per stack of boss max health and damage. Before the boss event, gain an additional missiles, up to a maximum of 20 plus 5 per stack. Per 25 gold gained, gold requirement scales over time. Personally, I haven't used it yet, so I have no stake, but I've heard it's like absolutely broken. So I'm gonna assume that it is. We got S, we got A. Holy S Mithrix who? S works on Mithrix all phases. Really? Mithrix first phase begun. S. Or bosses anymore. S.